Hello. For this section, we're going to do a few strengthening exercises that will focus on ankles and thighs and core strength. So, to start out, we're going to get a little bit warm, and this will kind of add to that strengthening. We're going to start in parallel. We're going to forced arch our right foot up and switch, 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 and switch. Now plie with that forced arch. Switch, switch, switch. I am using my arms just as balance. I like to move them with me as my weight shifts. You should be going all the way through forced arch to up and down. With just a small plie to start. And let's bring it up to releve and down. Up and down. Face you. Up and down. Last time up and down. Let's bring it out to parallel. Same thing. Force arch. Switch. 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 And switch. Good. And plie. Come up. Plie. Up. Plie. Come up. Plie. Come up. Plie. Come up and down. Let's plie. Roll through and up. And come back down. Now let's go straight up. Roll through. Bring your heels down and straighten. Last time, both ways. Plie, forced arch to releve and lower. Then releve, plie with forced arch, heels down and up. Shake your legs out. So while you're doing that, I think one of the things that becomes apparent pretty quickly is where your core is. So especially when you're rolling through and coming up, it's when you're up, you have your chest forward or your butt out or your core is kind of loosey-goosey, you're going to fall forwards or backwards. So this is it's very necessary to have that core engaged. I don't mean sucking in your stomach, I just mean there's a difference between this and kind of just letting it all hang loose. You're engaging, you're lengthening, you're up high. Awesome. So shake out your legs. We're now going to move on to some ankle, not workout, but some ankle work. So if you can sit on a couch, awesome. If not, you can stand or sit on the ground. Any of those is great. We're going to have our ankle in front of us. We're going to roll it out. And then we're going to roll it in. Back out. And in. Awesome. And now flex it high to the sky and point. Flex and point. And when you flex, you really want it to be the whole foot that's flexed. So then when you point it, you kind of go through that whole foot. So if you're looking at it, it's through the foot and not just like really all of those bones and muscles are articulated. And go to the other foot. Roll it out. And roll it in. And roll it out. And roll it in. And straighten your leg, flex it up. And point. Up. And point. Up. And point. Up. And point. So now that we've done a little bit of ankle work, we're going to go back to those releves that we were doing earlier. And we're just going to rise straight up, back down, up, back down, up, down. One more time. Up, back down, up, back down. Last time, up, back down. One thing I want to talk about is instead of coming up, I saw myself in the camera do this and roll onto your big toes, you want to have your weight evenly distributed across the ball of your foot. So now let's take our right foot back into a lunge and sink a little bit lower into it until you can touch the ground. And then raise your arm up. This is the arm that is closest to your thigh. And bring it down. Straighten that front leg. So you look like this. And then bend that back leg. Straighten and come back into your lunge. You can go a little bit lower into your lunge. Bring it up. Step together. Let's try that on the other side. Take your left foot back. Sink down until you can touch ground. Raise up your arm. And I'm going pretty quickly through all of these exercises. You can stay in these positions as long as you feel comfortable. So straighten your front leg. Release your neck and your head. Bend your back knee. And straighten. Go back into your lunge. And come up. Step together. Awesome. So you should be feeling that through your thighs. Now to go back to those ankles, we want to keep coming back to our ankles because they hold a lot more of our weight than we are used to sort of maneuvering to other places, and we want to make sure that they're healthy. So now we're going to do a baby lunge. So your front knee is bent just enough that you feel a stretch in the back of your calf. And if this kind of position isn't enough for you, you can sometimes bring your arms back. Just sort of have a full body stretch in this way. And switch legs. Good. And come together. We're now going to do some plies, which do help in strengthening the ankles and the thighs, and kind of reminds us where that core should be living. So we're just going to be doing first parallel, first and second, since we're just working on strengthening right now and not technique. So you can have your hands on your hips, have your arms up to second, or you can kind of just go with the movement. So feet in parallel first, which means that they should be shoulder, well, actually a little bit less than shoulder width apart, more like hip width apart. And we'll do 4 plies in each, and then we will roll up to releve. So it's plie 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, roll, up, and down. Let's do that one more time. Plie, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, and up. Last time going up. Without that roll through, find your balance and come back down. Let's open up to first. Plie 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, roll through to releve, lower down, one more time, plie, up, plie, up, plie, up, plie, come up all the way into releve, and lower. So now, to finish this out, we're going to do a little bit of ankle massage, since we have worked them out quite a bit. So just put your ankle on top of your knee, and you're going to aim for the back of the ankle, where it meets the top of your foot. This is where the Achilles tendon meets the foot, and you're going to want to really just use your forefinger and your thumb, not to jab into the back part itself, but around it on either side, and go a little bit up into the back that calf. And you can do it in different positions. This tendon is really, really important to your ability to walk. So especially after any strengthening exercise, it's really, really important to just give it some love because it is pretty tight usually, and we don't want it to be. We want it to be a little bit more like taffy. And then give it a roll out and a roll in and a flex, point, flex, other foot. And I'm just going to remind you again, I'm going pretty quickly through all of these exercises. These are pretty basic leg strengthening exercises. There's a lot more you can do that is a little more advanced, which I will probably upload onto the modern segment and not the ballet segment next week. Okay. And roll it out. Roll it in, flex, point, flex. Awesome, thank you. Hello. So for now, for today, I'm going to teach you guys a very basic living room adagio. So we've done adagio in the past. It is a slow, very liquid type dance. So we'll start. We'll jump right in. We're going to be in 5th position. Imagine if you had a small box around you that the downstage corner you're looking at is the corner of the box. So it doesn't, if you're in a square room, it doesn't have to be the corner of the room. And that is usually because on stage, you'll look like you're turned all the way to the side. So imagine if you're looking straight front, you have that box, turn to your own personal corner. So we will tendu our feet front, and with it, our arms will come up. And then we'll bring them down to bring our leg up and falling over. And this goes through coupe all the way to front passe. And then our arms come out with our leg. And when our leg comes out, we're then going to, when you see your toe out there, you're going to reach a little bit further to where, to past where it actually is, to step out behind you and turn and beret back to that original spot and come down. So let's try that all together. We go tendu 1, in, up, out, turn, around, bring your arms up, plie. Now we're going to bring our arms back open to tendu to the side. We're going to step again, going a little bit further than where our toes actually chilling out, and then we're going to come into second to plie, bring it in. I'm a little bit out of camera, so we'll be beret here, arms come out, plie up, our chest tilts a little bit with our arms to bring it back in. We're going to go back into a passe very slowly, up the leg in front of us, and once it's in front of us, our arms will come to 5th, and then we'll step onto it to an arabesque. So it will look like this. You will lower down, like I just did, flat onto your foot, and then you'll bring it around to turn and finish. So let's try that really slow all together. So we go tendu front, in, and I'm playing a little bit to come up, turn, right back to that position. Don't look down like I'm doing. Come down, arms out, plie, in, up. And I neglected to say this, but I'm again on an angle for this. Here, step lower. I went a little too quick, but it's step lower, come through to that turn down. Awesome. Let's try it on the other side really quickly. When we do it with music, we're just going to do it on that first side, but it's good for you guys to practice on both sides. So, feet in 5th, back in your box. turn, and remember you're going underneath yourself. I'm on a carpet right now, so I am having to take little steps to come around. You don't always need to do that. You can turn a little bit easier when you get onto hardwoods or dance floors. I'm on a carpet, so it's not as easy. And then we boomerang back and lower. I have the wrong foot in front. Right foot should be in front now. Tendu out, plie up. Bring that foot in, and when you do, come back to the second angle. Bring that up, and this shouldn't, I just did this and up. It really should snake all the way up through that passe to come forward, step. Once you step, you come down to turn and close. Awesome. Take a minute while I grab some water to run over that, and as you do, I'll get our music set up. Okie doke. So, once we are all ready, show this music on. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Forgive me 1 second while I get our music back. Just waiting through a YouTube ad. Grab some water, and we're ready. Come now to our fifth position, and let's actually do this on both sides, even though I said we weren't. So, 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, in, up, around, ray, and low, out, up, and in, leg up, out, step and lower, around, and down. Now, we already have the right leg in front, so let's just pivot the tiniest bit to our second corner. 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, in, up, around, move right back, lower, up, plie, in, bring that leg up, arabesque. Let me try that again. Arabesque down, around, and finish. Thank you very much.